Hello, this is Dr. Joyce Murray Alim, and we will discuss Section 2 of Intro to International Business. Section 2 is the roles of multinationals in globalization. Multinational corporations are businesses that conduct commerce in more than one country. I'm sure many of you can name scores of businesses that have made their mark across the globe. These businesses are called multinationals, and sometimes they're referred to as transnational corporations. A multinational corporation will have a headquarters, possibly not in the host country, but in their country of origin. Then in other countries, they will settle subsidiaries, branches, or whatever they call their offshoots to perform those duties in that area. This is a plus for the multinational. They're able to get labor cheaply in most other countries, and there are many models of multinationals, and we won't go into a lot of them here, but we will simply do an overview. There were about 53,000 multinational corporations worldwide approximately 15 years ago. Today, the experts cannot see or project what the finality of the multinational growth will be. It is so rampant and so far spread till it's difficult to even predict where they will end or if there's any end to it at all. Now, in the production of the world's products, multinationals account for 70% of world trade. That is a lot. There are multinationals out there that have the revenue of a small country. They are a power, a force to contend with, and they're growing and spreading across the globe. A lot of the world trade will be done by multinational. There are smaller companies that conduct commerce in different nations, but then we have the larger multinationals, and they are usually in countries that are developed as opposed to undeveloped countries. Multinationals usually concentrate in developed countries. However, they will pull their labor force from undeveloped countries. Later on in the discussion, we will see some of the ramifications of pulling labor from a country that is what some may term a third world country, a country that is not as advanced or technologically developed as other countries. Multinationals do not really produce a lot of goods in foreign countries. Mainly, their goods are shipped to them in components. Now, the goods that they do produce in foreign countries are usually shipped to the West and other more developed countries. It is not a desire of the multinational to locate in an undeveloped country, create goods for that country, and sell them there. There's not a lot of money to be made in that regard. Now, you can imagine a multinational company leaving a country. It leaves a gaping hole in the economy. The workforce is devastated. That's why when a multinational decides to locate in another area, there are fights to get the multinational to situate in a particular country. But they have to be real careful about how they leave a country so as not to devastate it and make their leaving bring the country to its knees. Multinationals are a force to contend with. And further in this lesson, we will learn more about multinationals and their role in the culture, climate, ethics, supply chain, their role in global business, international business, and globalization. Remember, the multinational is a company that has a subsidiary in another country or subsidiaries in another country. One of the questions will be, can you name some multinationals and what countries they are located in? Many names come to mind, and the most common are the food industry. And that everybody knows that there's a McDonald's everywhere, there's a Starbucks everywhere, and there are a lot of other food service countries in a lot of different food service companies, in a lot of countries. But there are more than food service companies locating their businesses in other countries. And you will learn that as we go forward with the lesson. Multinational companies. Remember that. Thank you. This is the end of section 2.